Welcome all. So today's topic is how to get blessings from our pitras, that is our ancestors. Okay, so this is a very important video because now so many of you have this trouble regarding ancestors curse and pitra dosh, which we call, and you people keep on asking that what is a remedy for pitra dosha, or what are the maximum benefits that we can attain, that how we can attain the maximum benefits by doing certain things, that we get the blessings of our ancestors. So this video is all about that. The few tips that I can give you, very very simple, one or two tips in which staying in your house with your own self, by yourself, without any priest help, if you are going through a financial loss or a financial problem, or you do not have money for big remedies for pitra doshas to be removed, and still you want to get the blessings of pitras, how you can go about it. Okay, see, first of all, you need to realize one thing and understand one thing very clearly. I always say in all my pitra dosh and ancestors curse videos that you have to believe strongly, because this is the truth, that till the time you do not have blessings of your pitras or your ancestors, nothing good or happy things can happen in your life. No happiness, no peace, no prosperity, no growth, no good relations, nothing. You have to attain the blessings of your pitras no matter what. Okay, even the goddesses do not help if your ancestors are annoyed with you or are angry with you. Trust me, this is the fact. Okay, they take a step back, because this is a family tree, the ancestors tree that we are talking about, and we belong to that DNA, we belong to that ancestors tree. Until the time they are not happy with us, nothing good in our life can happen. Even if you do any kind of remedies of pujas or yagnas or mantras or anything for that matter, nothing will work for you. And this is the reason that half the time people say that we did this yagna and we did this puja and we did this remedy and nothing worked for us. Maybe you're going through a pitra dosh or ancestors curse which you're not even aware of. Okay, because in the modern times people have forgotten to do the pitra pujas and the shraddhs for that matter, the pitra paksha which comes every year. Okay, so this is one of the reasons in the modern times that people are coming into these problems unnecessarily. Even the negative energy coming towards you, or you having black magic or supernatural attacks, these are all because pitras are like guarding angels. If they are happy with you, they always help you in many areas of life. They are like your guards, they guide you through the correct things. They come in sometimes in your dreams, and they try to bless you also if they are happy. So all of that. So anyways, what you can do is simply every day, okay, in your house temple, you must light a mustard oil diya at the name of your ancestors, on the name of your ancestors. Okay, remember this every day. And this can be done during the sunset. You can do this, or in the morning you can do this. Any of the timings you can do this, and remember them and ask for their blessings. And even after lighting the diya, you can offer some sweets or something on their name and say that I'm lighting this diya for the peace and the happiness of our ancestors, and if by any means we have hurt you, willingly or unwillingly, please forgive us. Ask for forgiveness also with true heart and soul. Okay, see, this is all about your intentions, and how pure your intentions are. If your intentions are pure, it will definitely be accepted. Maybe it's not immediately that it will show an effect, because if somebody is angry with you, if somebody is annoyed with you, not necessarily at just one call of yours or one forgiveness act of yours, the things are going to cool down. No, you have to keep on doing this. And even if you do not have any pitra dosh, then also you should do this every day. Light a mustard oil diya on the name of pitras. Lifelong you should be doing this. Okay, and then you see the magic. If you have dosha, it can take years for you to do this and get blessings if you're not going through any remedies. But if you are having blessings also, then also you should continue doing this to get more blessing and stability in those blessings. Okay, one is this. Secondly, whenever there is no moon night, which is the Amavasya, okay, you must offer some food, some clothes, or some grains like wheat, rice, ghee, clarified butter, sugar to the temple priest every Amavasya on the name of your ancestors. Okay, and also you can give this raw grains and sugar and whatever the food items, the food material, whether cooked or uncooked, to somebody who's needy. Okay, somebody who is really in need, to a poor person. You can actually do this donation every Amavasya. This will also benefit you a lot, trust me. Okay, so on the name of your Pitras. So if you do this on a regular base, throughout your lifetime, it's not possible that you do not get the blessings of your Pitras. But remember, if you're already going through a major Pitra dosh of ancestors curse from generations to generations, then it will take a very, very long time without any remedies. If you cannot afford the remedies, this is the way you should be doing things, with clear intentions, believing and having the faith that what we are doing, and asking for the forgiveness. Okay, the way is not going to be easy if you're going through ancestors curse. It's not that 1 year you do it, 6 months you do it, 2 years you do it, and you say, no, nothing is happening. No, it's not like that. Either you get the remedies done from a specialist, or either you continue doing this. And like I said, also, if you do not have any Pitra dosh or ancestors curse, even then you should do this for your prosperity and growth and overall happiness and guidance, and like they acting as guarding souls and angels for you people. Okay, so these were my 2 or 3 tips on how to take blessings from your Pitras, from your ancestors. So next week I'll come up with another topic. Till then, goodbye.